welcome back to WorldBox World Domination. Today we are revisiting a very familiar map. You can see here, it is Game of Thrones Westeros. And I guess, half of the other continent. Anyways, there have been some pretty good development here. Of course, I will need to introduce the new viewers to the, little series that we are currently running here. What is WorldBox World Domination? Well, basically, the kingdoms that are over here, as you are seeing, either have been put down by myself or by the map creator. I allow them to develop to the maximum potential, which basically means maximum size. The population also maximize, as with the new, mode. No, not mode. That's an update. Basically, the culture also are allowed to develop to the maximum level, as you can see here. And with a switch of a button, diplomacy random events turned on. This will allow the kingdom to declare war, make treaties, and form alliances. In the end, though, there should only be one surviving kingdom, and that will be the winner, the world dominator. Now, what we can see here, the 7 kingdoms obviously has a very huge population and size, and basically dominates the entire western continent of Westeros. So, they really have like a whole lot of advantage going on for them. Look at this cute little mine here. Meanwhile, in the eastern side, we have Dothraki Great Colossaur being one of the main domineering power, and their rival Volantis down in the south. We also have the small kingdoms on the tip of the coastline with Bravos, Norvals, Pentos, and Cohor, each managing their own little peninsula. Ships going in and out and about from one continent to another. Dothraki does actually have a colony up here. It's just hard to see because the color kind of match with the one from the 7 kingdoms. Let us speed it up to ×5 and we'll see whether or not the kingdom will declare war. So, well, while it seems as the 7 kingdoms might have the upper hand in terms of basically everything, we should not forget that alliances could be formed. And yeah, with that, perhaps the eastern continent here can form an alliance to counterweight these 7 kingdoms that are domineering over the world. One thing that I have noticed about this game is that cities will often try to avoid building houses right near a mine. As you can see here, the mine has a zone around it that is pretty free of all buildings. The same over here. And let's see if we can have another mine. Here we go. You see a circle, like a radius around the mine where nothing can be built. Again, I can see why that happens in a certain radius, like over here-ish, for the rock here to spawn, right? But I'm not sure why it extends so far out. Like, rocks wouldn't really form that far away. Now, this mine doesn't even have that luxury of having a lot of space where rock can... Wait a second. Rock can spawn on hills nowadays? What the heck? I didn't know that. This must be new. It used to be that, if a mine is built over here, then the rock would only spawn in the grassy area. Alright, this is getting a little bit too slow for my taste. So let's go ahead and times will be up to 40. Also, I need to increase the sound volume because I forgot to do that. Sorry about that. Anyway, sonic speed is now on. Oh, Norval's getting a little bit of a nice, creepy number. The addition of the clan list kind of support the, you know, the houses like in Game of Thrones. We have the clan of Cav Bovak over here with Hai Sao or Hai So as the king. Also the clan chieftain, oh, not chieftain. What do you call this? Like the lord of the clan, like the head of the clan. I don't know, the patriarch. Oh, and here we have it. War is upon us. Well, almost upon us. Dothraki Great Kalasor being the first one to be attacked by the Great Seven Kingdoms. Pretty clever strategy, taking out the strongest enemy first. Then again, it could backfire as the town of Finsk that belongs to, well, Finsk and Yatakro that belongs to Dothraki can just overwhelm Iwerdersk over here in the north, in the northmost region. This used to be White Walker's territory. We still have the wall here separating the south from this frozen north, but now it is pretty much, you know. Oh, look at this! Bravos, Cohort, and Norvals have realized their potential danger and is now trying to form an alliance. Up here in the north, we can see that the war is going on pretty close to farms. This area has a lot of farmlands, despite being the frozen wasteland. Although a cutoff from this fertile land that somehow wheat could actually grows on pathway, very interesting. Would probably leaves a lot to be a lot of people to be starving to death. Oh, okay, Dothraki making that move cost for the Seven Kingdoms here. They've already annexed the entirety of the northern frozen wasteland zone, and now they are wreaking havoc over here across the wall, taking that wall as the this tower here constructed in the coastline is currently under attack from a bunch of very accurate archers from across the bridge here. They are just like taking pot shot while the tower clearly couldn't handle that kind of range. So you know, they kind of have defeated the tower without taking a single hit. Pretty clever. Now, but then again, since the wall is here, it's gonna be very difficult to actually invade into the Dothraki area in the north. Preservation of Holy has been formed, an alliance of two with Bravos and Cohort forming just before Pentos declared war on Norvos. Now it seems that the troops here from the Seven Kingdoms have kind of given up on trying to attack across the wall, which basically is impossible. The only way they can go up here in the north is by ship, or they could harass the coastal area in this peninsula over here from the island. The ship is currently under attack from troops of the Dothraki, but with this much health, it will not be stopped until it has fully dumped all of the soldiers that it has, you know, kind of like board. All right, it's going. What? Where are you going? Okay, go all the way to the eastern coastline. Interesting. And now they're trying to annex the town of Finsk. Currently sitting at 5%. Still haven't seen any troops from Finsk. They have to attack these towers to take down Finsk, which they are kind of doing without much resistance. Oh, okay. Well, that is 2 towers down, and now Finsk is under complete control. It is only a matter of time before Finsk falls to the hand of the 7th Kingdom. 75, 80, 89, and Finsk has completely fallen. The next on target is Iverdisk, or Iverdursk. Down here in the south, it seems that Pentos and Norvos are locked in a perpetual war. They are constantly raiding each other, crossing into the line of Vice Orvik. Norvos has suffered from a little bit of an occupation here, and they might just fall. Alright, well, didn't even need to take down this this tower, which is a nice little plus. I get. Whoa, okay, Norvos somehow have repelled the invaders here, which is quite interesting. I wonder what could be the cost of that. Iverdisk has been completely taken. Now, Yatakro is the only city left in Westeros to not belong to the 7th Kingdom. Kingdoms, because plurals. This town has taken some wheat field from Yatakro, which I think is a pretty scummy move. Okay, Yatakro has fallen, and now the entire 7th Kingdom can focus on attacking Dothraki in the east. Preservation of Holy is planning for a war here. Norvos, gotta be careful, they are under attack once again. But every time it reached 50%, Norvos somehow beat back the enemy army, which I don't know how they have been able to do it. But these 2 kingdoms they have been at war for a very long time now. Let's see how long have they been at war. 7 years. Meanwhile, War of Broken Dreams between 7 Kingdoms and Dothraki has been going on for 10 years, and 1,500 people have already died. So, you know, this is pretty much a smaller scale war. Oh, Norvos once again under attack, under annexation. Maybe this attempt will be different. It has breached the 50% line, going up to 89, 90, and Norvos has fallen. Pentos managed to successfully destroy Norvos, and now they are rising as one of the more, bigger power that hasn't really gone into an alliance. Preservation of Holy, being 2 kingdoms, does not have the same unity and might break apart if something were to happen. But, having an alliance still is great. Volantis is now edging for war. Now, who are they trying to attack? Pentos. Ah, I see. They are seeing Pentos as a potential danger in the western side here, as Pentos gaining a little bit too much power for Volantis. War Broken Dreams has ended, as the 7th Kingdom could not bear to support a prolonged war that, kind of goes beyond the border of Westeros. Now I believe the fight will probably happens mostly on the eastern side of the world. Volantis has now declared war on Pentos. Let's see the forces on both sides here. We can see that Volantis have the manpower advantage in most aspect. The thing is, though, Pentos soldiers are more, experienced, as they have gone to a lot of grueling fighting, to say. Alright, okay, you can see that the tower here is currently under attack, is on fire. Troops from Pentos is now trying their best to defend the tower, but it has failed. Okay, so the guys from Volantis are now crossing the border here. If we look over to this to the village status, it is now at 5% annexation. The farm is being burned. Okay, they're attacking more and more troops here, and Pentos currently sitting at 46, 51, 57, 68, 83, 89, and Pentos have been annexed. Norvos might be next here. 5%. Okay, well, without any sort of defensive structure, nor the majority of the population belonging to the actual Pentos town, I think Norvos, which actually belong to Pentos right now, will probably not be around for no more. There we go, and Pentos has been destroyed. Volantis secured itself as the main superpower of the Eastern continent. The Thrakis should be watching out here. They have a new enemy to be watched out for. Preservation of Holy. It's ain't exactly a a powerful alliance. Brain of Gold. Well, you might have the Brain of Gold, but you only have 500. Wait, actually, hang on. The Army of Preservation of Holy is pretty huge, actually. Much more than what Volantis actually have currently. Maybe because the war has kind of grinded down the number of troops Volantis has, and now Volantis and Dothraki actually are creating an alliance. Pretty interesting. I wouldn't expect this. Perhaps they see the Seventh Kingdom as a much bigger threat to their survival. Over here, you can see that the north is actually pretty much the biggest city with 3,000 population. Just ignore the number of things a city has, because I kind of activated the infinite resource on all of this kind of stuff, so that I don't have to wait for long enough, and the kingdom will just kind of build itself. Anyway, enough explaining. Dothraki and Volantis are now about to join in a... Alright, well, and it immediately was dissolved. Cool. Cool alliance you have. It exists for like a Planck time measurement. I don't know if that's the correct word, but basically it's just a quantum, like a quantum blink. Like the time that the alliance exists is only enough for something, for a particle. For a particle of very unstable element to exist. Oh dear. Well, it seems as we have entered into an age of peace and cooperation. So now let's just skip that. There we go. Volantis is declaring war. But who are they declaring war against? Let's look over here. Bravos. And Bravos is part of the Preservation of Holy. Dothraki, Great Khalasar, is trying to join an alliance, but I don't think it's gonna go well for them, for that plan, because if Volantis were to attack Preservation of Holy, then they wouldn't exist for long. And they would also kind of ignore every single application for, joining in. Which I think is kind of a flaw of this new system, but it's fine. It's better than what we used to have. Okay, well, it seems that the war has become a reality, and now preservation of holy, which actually, well, okay, we'll see that the troops on both sides here are kind of balanced, but Volantis kind of have lost a lot of troops already. That's pretty interesting. And now they're just marching in to Norvos and basically just takes the whole town. The entire city fallen in a flash. Not a good start for the aggressor here. Now Volontaris is sending their troops into war, and they are picking the slowest way to go, which is by hill. Traveling on grass gives you more speed than traveling on hills. I have no idea why these guys decided to... Okay, well, yeah, here are the army of the Alliance marching into the area here. They have spotted enemy troops trying to breach over to the border into Kohor, and a fight have happened. But not on any of the participant side territory, but actually on Vas Ovik, belonging to Dothraki Great Kalasar. Alright, 507 have died. We have some collateral damage going on. Oh, a new age has fallen upon us, the Age of Dark. We're now watching the war in darkness here. Okay. Volantis currently sitting at 50% and counting. Meanwhile, the troops from where? Bravos is just kind of having fun here. Uh-oh. Volantis has fallen, and now Pentos is next. With nobody defending the city, it might just fall into the hand of, you know, Bravos in no time. And, well, that has become the reality. Volantis, some attempt of securing and, well, not securing, you know, liberating Volantis has been tried but failed miserably. Volunteers being the last city standing for the Volantis here. Currently they're still doing pretty well, but you know, for being a bunch of aggressor, I think they are... This whole operation has been complete and utter failure. Oh, Volantis is being liberated secretly. Currently at 60%. This will free up a lot of population, and never mind. It's stalled. It's stalled and it's going down. Now Voluntaris is under attack. Well, these guys certainly aren't doing anything to help. Voluntaris. Okay, so 7 Kingdom have also decided to join into the fun here and attack Voluntaris. Well, at least declared war on Voluntaris Volantis, which pretty much just a courtesy move, because the kingdom ceased to exist later on. Now Bravos has become the biggest kingdom in the east. So, you know, Dothraki Great Kalasar probably should watch out, and they did. And now they're trying to declare war against... Let me guess... Oh, it's Kohor, okay. Attacking the smaller partner in the alliance. Clearly a better move. If they manage to swallow the Kohor here, the war will end. And they have a bit of a little bit of a you know, balance between them and Bravos. But will this be a successful move, or will this be another failure, like what all aggressors have tried in the past? Let's see here. Man, let's go and look in the northern area here. It's pretty good. It's doing pretty well for itself. Ibage. Oh, here we go. The war has started. Alright, let's check the balance of power here. And we have Dothraki with 1,000 warriors. Pretty much more than doubles the amount of warriors that the Alliance here have. So, you know. Even though the Preservation Holy does have more population, I think, because of the war that has been going on. They clearly do not have enough forces to deal with this invasion, which is happening on all sides, actually. Volantis, and Cohort are under attack, and Volantis seems to be doing the worst. Never mind, they managed to repel the attack. But Volantis is not that lucky. With this amount of troops, they can pretty much easily overwhelm any sort of kingdom. And Volantis has fallen, along with Norvos. Oh, never mind. Norvos repelled the... Nah, they have fallen. Okay, well, Norvos gone. Volantis up next on the list. The Dothraki proving that they are still the superpower of the East and not some kind of pushover just because they have less population. All the dragons, yeah. Alright, Bravos. Bravos up next, same with Cohort. Now, if Cohort were to be attacked first, I mean, were to be taken first, it will basically negate Bravos. There we go, look at that, huh? I knew it. If these guys were to take over Cohort first, which they did, Bravos would not be taken because the war will automatically end at that point. So, you know, the proper strategy would be taking Bravos first and then taking Cohort. But now they have left Bravos open, not to you know, not to say that Bravos would be taking over or taking back any of the land here anytime soon, but more likely that they will be prey for the Seven Kingdoms, which is not good for Dothraki. Not the kind of things that Dothraki would prefer. Alright, once again we're arriving at an age of peace and tranquility, so let's go and speed up the process. A lot of this area, volunteers and Velsiroshi, along with the Bravos, are actually pretty hilly, so most of these territories are actually unusable. So pretty sucks for those guys, but then again, same with Zavel, which basically is just like a strip of coastline that is inhabitable. Or the Westerland, which have a giant mountain. The only thing that kind of... okay, Dothraki has declared war on Bravos. Basically finishing what they have left. I pretty much think that Bravos has no chance of winning. Yep, immediately the king has been killed. 61, 68, 69, and Bravos gone. Pantos is the last city standing for Bravos the kingdom. Oh man, ravaging that city there with the fire. These guys always try to burn themselves. Not exactly a recommended strategy. And the red... why would you call it the Red War if none of the faction is red? I guess red could be blood. Or it could be communism. Who knows? Alright, well, now we can see that the two great power has emerged. The Seven Kingdoms and the Dothraki Great Khalasar. Whether or not these two will go to war, probably not for now. But, you know, just to skip over to the exciting part, let's go ahead and activate the Age of Chaos. This is pretty much just a skipping time trick, not something that would you know, violate any sort of the rules I put for myself, which is not to interfere directly or use any sort of like spy tool or whisper of war tool to kind of manufacture a desired result. No. This is just activating the Age of Chaos, which will happen anyway, but you know, will take a lot of time because this thing is randomly generated. Anyway, let's see if these two declare war, and if they don't, well, who knows? I mean, they definitely hate each other. The Seventh Kingdom certainly do hate the Dothraki. So let's see if they declare war on Dothraki here, and yeah, that is going to happen. All right. Now we'll see who will become the world dominator. Now, of course, you could say that I mean Dothraki, they are cut off here. The eastern continent extend far out over the map here. I mean, I agree, but I feel like, you know, this map is the best one for Game of Thrones. And again, I think there might have been a better map. Who knows? But I'm familiar with this map, so you know, I'm just gonna keep using it. If you do want to see the other map, you could place it in the comment section. Anyway, we can see here the troops movement from Dothraki heading aboard the ships, ready to set sail. Now, whoever land on the enemy territories first will be having a lot of advantages, and it seems that Dothraki is slower than the Seven Kingdoms here. Norval's already under attack, but these two kingdoms does have the same color pretty much, so the only way to tell that you know, who is actually winning is basically check the village layer, because I certainly cannot discern between the two colors here. The Vale being the point of attack for Dothraki here, sitting at 5% currently. The Vale is a pretty small town, basically just a coastline. It's inhabitable, so it's pretty easy to take over. But if they cannot take over this one, they will be kind of stuck here, and the mainland of the eastern side will be undefended. Alright, look at that. Look at the stream of air. It's like that sea ram, you know? It's like the sea rams trying to like spray on top of the like, you know, incoming like maybe missiles or maybe UAV, right, kind of stuff. But then again, these are actually arrows, so you know, kind of weird. But okay, the Vale is under annexation. Norval's actually getting liberated here. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's say liberated. You know, pretty much they still are from a different kingdom originally, but if that's a word that, you know, people usually use, that's how I'm just gonna go and use that word, because you know, my vocabulary is freaking garbage. The Vale has not been taken over by the Dothraki. Instead, Norvos is now under attack yet again. This is a pretty back and forth war. I didn't expect this, despite the fact that these two kingdoms are definitely not on the same field. Alright, look at this. Where is the... Here we go. So, you know, 1400 for the 627. So, you know, not on a balanced playing field at all. The Vale has been taken over by the Dothraki, but to exchange for that, Vale's Toloro has fallen, and Cohor might be next along with Bravos. So, you know, not a fair trade, not a good trade actually. And the Vale is looking like it is being attacked yet again. Hang on. Well now, now that we are looking at this, why is this town, the Vale by the way, is having a kid, a literal 3-year-old child, as the freaking mayor? That's I'm not sure if that's like a proper way to, you know, govern a town, but okay. Troop movement from the north here. Not sure. Finding happening over in the north. Currently fighting is happening. The Vale is trying its best here, and the Vale has come back to the Seven Kingdoms. But Bravo's also under some heavy siege by Vale's Dothraki, and it had been retaken. Wait, no, it's not. It has been taken actually by the Seven Kingdoms. Dothraki, Great Khalasor territories becoming smaller and smaller. Their forces less and less. Oh no. The Seven Kingdom has now have pretty much tripled the power against the Dothraki here. I mean, look at this population, this is absurd. The number of deaths have also rise above the 2,000 mark. Sorry for the silence, I have to answer to some customers. Ooh, the Dothraki is actually regaining most of their lost territories. Pretty respected. I mean, pretty respectful, you know, defense they're raising here. Vale's Toloro finally coming back to the Dothraki here, but in that process, Volantis and Pentos has been retaken. I mean, has been taken over once again by the Seven Kingdoms. Meanwhile, the entire Seven Kingdoms have yet to receive a single attack in the last few years. There's Orvisk currently under attack. The port has been destroyed, which means no ship can go, can depart from this area anymore. Pretty interesting development we have here. Kohor, Vale's Toloro under attack. Vale's Toloro has defended itself quite valiantly, but Kohor maybe... Oh yes, Kohor have actually defended itself. Volantis, however, also managed to defend itself. Wow, okay. The Dothraki are raising much more of a defense than I has anticipated. They didn't just fall over They are trying their best here to form a kind of guerrilla warfare that just keep going on and destroying any hope of completely taking over the Dothraki. But now the tide might have turned here. Volantis and Norvals have fallen. Vels Orbis trying to rebel, but it's no success in that kind of regard. Bravos cohort, Vels Dothraki and Sirosi and Voluntaris are the only town left for Dothraki. Will they be able to do anything here? Vels Orvik. Oh man, the attempt to liberate Vels Orvisk has failed yet again. The Voluntaris is now under attack. The next step in fully conquering Dothraki. Same with Siroshi here. These two towns are small towns, small coastal town with little defenses. I don't think they will last for long under huge pressure from the Seven Kingdom, which actually is now consisted of more than 7 kingdoms. There's another attempt to liberate West Orvik has been thwarted, and Voluntaris has fallen. Another bleak result for Dothraki. West Orvik once again trying to rebel, trying to free themselves from their occupiers. 74, 75. But has failed. Oh, Veld Orvik! Yes, Veld Orvik has been liberated. Oh man, the fight, the tug of war raging on once again. Bravos. Will it be liberated? 15%, 20%. The troops here are taking pot shot at the enemy's ships. 65, 68, 75, 80, 90. But, oh my god, so close. Bravos almost made it. But the attempt to liberate Bravos has been thwarted, has been stamped down by the occupiers. There's Orvix once again under occupation. The town has only known warfare for the last few years. Norvals and Bravos still kind of putting up a struggle here. They're not going down without a fight. Though they kind of have already fallen down, but you know, they're still fighting. Oh no. Bravos, once again, the attempt to liberate Bravos has failed. Where's Ulrich under attack? Perpetual warfare happening. Troops from the Western Land, Kudran and Riverlands are amassing, mobilizing into the to board a ship here and await to be, to be transported to the battlefield. Volunteers, no liberation happening on Volunteers. Vels Ovik once again back to the Dothraki, but Siroshi seems to be failing. Never mind, they have managed to push back the attack. This is a pretty intense war here. Let's speed it up to 40 and see what happens in the end. Volantis under attack, Velk Orvik. Wait, no, not an attack, but under an attempt to liberate. I think most of the strategy of Dothraki here is just to try and kind of like liberate as much city as possible in the Eastern Land, and then try to like negotiate for peace. Cohort has fallen. Velk Orvik 99%. Oh no, Velk Orvik has fallen. And now it opens in the it opened a path to the heart of the Dothraki. Velk Orvik liberating. Velk Orvik has been quite the town here. Multiple attempts of successful liberation, multiple attempts of successful revolt to deport the enemies, and then multiple attempts of the enemy to take over the town. Alright, well, Siroshi has fallen, so this might be the end for Dothraki here. 2 towns left. Verx, Dothrak, and Velstoloro. Hang on, let me go and answer the customer here. He's asking a lot of questions. As Velstoloro annexed. Alright, I'm back. Doing some customer support is not an easy task. They might fucked up and it eventually will be my fault. Perhaps not. Who knows? Well, it's you know, it's sometimes like that. Anyway, there's Dothrak, the last city standing here for Dothraki, under attack. Buildings are being destroyed, but only as collateral damage. Tyan, 17, you have fought well, Vels Dothrak. You have fought well, Dothraki, but your resilience is no match for the overwhelming power of the 7 kingdoms. And that is it. The end of Dothraki signified the entirety of the world belonging to the original 7 kingdoms, which is now the world dominator. Well, congratulations to the Cap Cook clan, which actually only have 1 person. Originally, the Kabovak clan was the original, you know, head of the 7 kingdoms here. But I don't know why they're now the weirdo leftover. Ubochi. All right. Wait, hang on. What the heck is this? Home kingdom Dothraki, Great Colossor. Home village the Vale, and yet they're now the king of the 7 kingdoms. What the heck? So who won in the end? You know, is are these guys the 7 kingdoms the winner, or the Dothraki, seeing as how their royal family has now emerged as the royal family of the entire 7 kingdoms? Who knows? But congratulations to the 7 kingdom nonetheless. They have become the world dominator. And that's gonna be it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I certainly hope that you do. Leave a like if you do, and subscribe if you want to see more WorldBox World Domination and maybe other games. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.